because you and I both kind of geeked out on Dr. Benjamin Hardy's book 10X is easier than 2X. And I love all the concepts. And maybe we'll do a whole separate discussion episode on that because
I'd love that.
we could spend the rest of the afternoon. But I was just curious, knowing what you know now, having started with the book, gone to establishing the Good Humans Growth Network, seeing all the different networks kind of populating underneath that umbrella, and then finally launching these conferences, is it your opinion that somebody could 10X their business with a book?
Yes. Yes. And I would say the answer is two things. I would say yes and maybe. And the yes is absolutely 100% part of why I am having the ridiculous success that I'm having and having people want to build referral communities inside my ecosystem. Part of why I'm having that remarkable success is because in Dr. Benjamin Hardy's words, he would say, I'm waking up every day and making decisions about what my future self would do because I am doing the exercises of realizing how I'm not the person I was last week, last month, 1 year ago, or 4 years ago. So because I've changed, and part of why I changed was because of the exercise of writing the book. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Part of because of how I'm different makes that possible because of the way my identity and the way I run my schedule has changed. So that's the absolutely part. The maybe answer is yes, writing a book can help you 10x your future as long as you know what you want. You have to know what you want and you have to be willing to do the work. If you go to all the trouble to write a book and you won't sell it and you won't promote it and you won't promote yourself as the creator of that and as a guide in whatever the topic is that you're bringing into the world, if you won't do the work of really owning that, then you're going to go to the time and expense of creating something that is not going to end up being the tool for the life that you want because you weren't clear. So I think that in my experience, it absolutely has. And Elaine, I feel so lucky because I fell into sales after college. I mean, I know most people don't wake up and decide, I want to be a seller. I fell into it via recruiting. And I could just tell, even when I went to that very first sales conference when it was newly off the press and posted on Amazon, I went around and talked to people, and some people who had paid to be sponsors, some of them I knew, and they were famous in my worlds because they had promoted their book, and others had paid to be a sponsor and they were hoping that book would sell itself. And I didn't know them. I literally didn't know them. And we all were similar in that we all had books on Amazon. So you still have to do the things to get that outcome that you want. Yeah. And I think a book can be a key tool in that if you're willing to do the work.